Hey there guys, Skippy here from Skippy6 Gaming, coming to you with something super dope and awesome. We have a digital clock. This digital clock works perfectly. It'll go one by one every minute, change the times, AM and PM and everything. I'm going to give a shout out to a couple different people that have little aspects of this build on them. The kind of outline and the number face and PM that comes from a design from K1 Inc. And then over here, I noticed when I watched his, some people saying, hey, this coding circuit, CNB Minecraft. And then I went and checked out CNB Minecraft, and it is this whole kind of coding circuit that controls the times. This is definitely from CNB Minecraft. I'll link both of those dudes in the description. Check them out. And yeah, so for this as well, it works super cool. I am going to go a little farther than everybody, and I'm actually going to go through all of the coding. I'm going to code every single number here with you. It does add a lot of time to this tutorial, but it is very helpful, as I found that to be the biggest complication when I was doing it. But we did all of that stuff. As you can see, the time probably already switched over 6:03 and the AM and PM, and it's super cool. So the one thing I'm going to tell you is I'm going to give you what you need for this build list, but guys, I'm going to tell you, don't be like, hey Skippy, you said 128 pistons and there's 131 pistons. I'm giving you ballpark, guys. There is some stuff in this build that's a large amount. So for this build, you're going to need 5 comparators. Yeah, take that small number now while you can. 1 redstone lamp, 5 buttons, 6 droppers, 4 hoppers, okay, 125 sticky pistons, 108 pistons, 5 redstone blocks. So now we're going to get into stacks, because there's some things you can't count. So you're going to need about 3 stacks of redstone torches, give or take. You're going to need about 6 stacks of blocks of choice. I used iron for this build. You could use something else if you really wanted to. Iron looks the best with the numbers as far as I'm concerned. About 6 stacks of redstone dust, give or take. Again, bring a little extra for the build. About 2 stacks of redstone repeaters as well. 2 stacks of glass blocks. I'd like to make them colored because it helps you with the circuits. And then you're going to need about 180, or let's say about 3 stacks of a circuit block. So I use green wool for this one. Again, you could use something else. And that's about it. I'll tell you guys right now, this is the second time I build this. Some of you might have seen this in my news update video I did earlier. I built one in my Let's Play world. I did that video and it turned out to be like 2 hours long. I made tons of mistakes in it. I'm like, you know what, for a big build like this, I really don't want to mess around. I want to make sure I'm clear and concise about what I'm saying. So this one is about half as long because I'm more to the point and I know a little bit better about what I'm doing. So on that note, let's jump into this build. So here we are. Let's jump into this bad boy real quick style. So first, you're going to need a nice little area cleared out. This area is going to be 49 wide, 20 blocks, I guess, long, and 11 blocks tall, but you won't really use it for most of the spots. So let's get into this build turbo style. So let's go down here. What I did was just put a rim on the front of it, leaving one on each end, and we're going to start with a lamp right here. We're going to put a block right here. We're going to put a block right here. Bust this block. Grab yourself some buttons. Button here, redstone dust here and here. Let's go ahead and grab 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks. First things first, we're going to go ahead and put a repeater right here. Put a dropper on the second last block facing forward. Put a dropper facing up. Let's go to the back side here, crouch place. Dropper facing into you. Again, droppers, not dispensers. Crouch place. Put a hopper. I like that baby blackie right there. And we're good. Let's go ahead and grab a redstone comparator. Comparator goes right here and into a block in the sky, block right here, block there. Grab a redstone repeater, put one here, and then get rid of this guy and this guy. Okay, let's grab our dust. Dust here, dust here. Looks good. Throw a piece of dust right there as well. So now we're cooking with gas. Let's go and put a hole for a tree right there. We are going to put a repeater right here. Grab your redstone dust, put it right there and there. Let's go ahead and cut off the circuit to that guy there so this can go through without connecting to this one. And let's go ahead and throw a redstone repeater right here on 2 ticks delay. redstone dust, hole in the ground, sticky piston, block of choice. So as well, we're going to go ahead and throw a repeater on 2 ticks delay into this block. This is kind of a key block right here, and a 2 ticks out of it. Yeah, I'm feeling good about it. We're going to go ahead and put a block right here in a ladder shape like this. Let's go ahead and grab dust, put dust on this. So now what we're going to do is hook up a hopper timer. Pretty simple, straightforward stuff. We're going to put a dust right here, block right here, skip 4 blocks, block right here. Redstone comparator this way, redstone comparator this way. Then we're going to grab a hopper, throw it into the ground, crouch place, throw the hopper into this guy, get rid of this guy, throw the hopper into that guy, get rid of these 2 blocks right here. Looks good to me. Sticky pistons for the win on each side. One of them's going to have a block, and then we're going to have a redstone torch under both. Looks good. Let's finish this guy off with a redstone dust right here and a redstone dust right here. Put a block of choice right here with a torch. Woohoo! So you see that pops up. It will go back down on its own account. But what we got to do here is fill this hopper timer. Basically, we got to fill this hopper timer with 75 items. So let's go ahead and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Perfect. I'm going to put these guys back here. So 75 items equals 1 minute in Minecraft. So let's go ahead and put 64 plus 7. As you can see, that went down. That's exactly what we wanted. 75 items in the inventory. Let's grab our blocks. We are going to need them. Let's go. We're going to start grabbing regular pistons. Now we need some regular pistons, and we're going to start making some circuits. Again, a little overwhelming, but it's not. It's actually pretty easy. So first things first, we're going to go ahead and put a regular piston facing up. Pretty easy. So now what we want to do, guys, keep in mind this is going to be going while we do this. So when that thing triggers back, it's going to trigger here, and that's no good. So we'll just keep an eye that this stays still. We're going to put 4 blocks on top of it. 4 blocks up, 4 blocks up. Basically, the first circuit here is a 4x4 square. And what we want to do is go ahead and make these blocks cycle in a circle. So that's pretty straightforward. We're going to grab this and this. Let's go over here. See that one? Perfect. Then we want them to come down. So let's go here. Notice what it did here. Don't let that mess you up. It doesn't matter anyway. I'm going to turn that off later on in the build just because it does kind of go down. But we're going to do it in a way that's probably pretty easy. So put this guy here. Get this guy here. Looks good. This guy goes down. And then we want this one going this way. Pretty easy. Put a block to hold yourself right here. And not there. You want it facing towards you. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. So let's go ahead and get these guys out of here now because you've done the one that you need to do. So I'm just going to actually go right down and we're just going to get these circuits out of the way. So first things first, this is going to take a little longer. We're going to add 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you want 8 in total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in total. Perfect. So let's do that here too. Come on, newbie Skippy. Double noob. Perfect. Just make sure they line up right and go up here. Do the same thing. Right there. Looks good. This guy's going to do the same thing as well. And there we go. So that looks good. So what we're going to want to do now is we're just going to set up the second circuit now way ahead of time. So first things first, we're going to want to put space of 2. And then we're going to put this guy down right here. This guy's shooting up. So unfortunately for everybody, it's not as simple as making 4 of these bad boys down the line. This one here is going to have 8. So we'll do that after. Actually, we'll do that now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So as you can see, we have 8 in total. This one here is going to be a little different though. We're not going to want a 4x4. We want a 5x4. So as you can see, 5 blocks and 4 blocks and 4. So basically the bottom and the top are going to have 5 on it. There is an extra piece of code for this. So what you do is just bring this guy down like that, and we're good. So now what you're going to want to do is just go ahead and do what you have to do to move these the same way we did this one. Basically, you're going to move your back over one. So that's pretty easy. We're going to go like this. Perfect. We're also going to want to push them down here. So that's good. Let's go hit here and push it down. Nope. Looks good. And then we're going to want to push it forward. Good. And there you go. So now at this point in time, what we can do is get rid of these. Put these guys here. So that looks good. Let's make these guys 8 long, just like the other ones. And let's go over here. And that's 8 right there. Let's go up here. 7. That's 8. And we're going to do the same thing right here. Not like that though. And right here. So it's easy here because the second and third circuits are exactly the same. So let's just go here. Go ahead and put a block of 2 space. 1, 2. And do it again. We're going to put 8 just like the other ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think that's 8. The lag is real. And let's go up here and do the same exact thing. So I'm just going to go ahead and put 2 of these and delete them after. 1, 2. So we want 8. Looks good. Do the same thing over here. I'm just going to put some placeholders. And we're going to get rid of these guys in a sec, but we want them to go down. That's good. Let's get rid of these guys. And over here, we got to do the same thing as well. I think that's 8. We'll see in a sec. And the redstone is real, kids. So now on this one right here, our first circuit is right there, a little smaller. This one's here. They're all 8. The last one here, we're going to do the kind of same thing. Let's go ahead and keep this guy in line with this by placing 2. And then the only thing you have to do is we're going to make it the same size as the first one with a 4x4. However, we are just going to make it 3. So let's go over here. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. So now we could do this as well by bringing these guys over here. And 2, 3. Looks good. Let's take this guy over here. 1, 2 added. 3. There we go. So let's go one last line right here. And this one's going to shoot forward. Looking good, guys. We're on our way. Okay, so now that we have the beginning of the circuits, let's go here and finish off the first one. Okay, so first things first, this guy's going to go up. We want it to cycle here, so what we really want to do is make sure that this is going to cycle in the right way. So let's go ahead and fill this in. Let's grab a green. I think we're going to put green as our circuit. So I'm going to start right now with this. We're going to go ahead and turn this bad boy off because it's going to mess up a lot of our flow during this, and we don't want that. Okay, so our circuit is going to go to this. We want to make it this and this. And what we're going to do is leave that there, go over here, and bring this guy down. And the spaces we're going to want to have are going to be this guy extended. That's what we're really going to want. So as you can see, this is kind of the shape we want right here. Let's go ahead and start with our circuit that goes up and around. So first things first, we're going to go over here. And I'm just going to go and check this. And okay, so basically what we want is for dust to go all the way back here. It's going to go to this block right here. Let's go ahead and get rid of this repeater. Let's go ahead and put a block here, torch here, block on top. And there you go. So that's setting us up for success right now because we're going to need these guys to go. So next things next, I'm going to just bring this signal up and around to this guy because we want them all to work in coherence and we want them to go at a slight delay. So we're going to go over here. So that said, we're going to actually want to power all of these at the same time. And then when we get up here, we're going to want to power all of these at the same time. And all of these guys here are going to be powered at the same time. But we'll do those when we get to them. So redstone dust right here. And now we're going to use some half slabs. Let me grab my half slab love. I'm going to use white ones. Why not? And we don't need hoppers. So let's go over here. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and bring this signal up with half slabs. So first we're going to start with this guy here. Then we're going to start with this guy here. Look, see, we're good. These guys are good. This signal is going to go up here. Then what we're going to do is start to bring it back. And we're going to do so by simply doing this. Put this one here. Half slabs are a little bit of fun to work with here. Throw this guy right here. So now what we're going to do is bring it back this way by using a half slab. Looks good, looks good. So now what we want to do is just go ahead and place a full block on this one right here. Now you know what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and place a full block on right there. No, you know what? Let's get rid of this guy. We don't need to go so far back. Put this guy here. Half slab there. Full block here. And now we got it, guys. Go ahead and throw a half slab right there. That half slab is going to go into here. Looks good to me. Grab your half slabs. 1, 2, 3. Make sure they're on the tops. And grab a block. Perfect. So now what we're going to do is just go ahead and put a torch right here. Dust, dust, dust goes into this guy. Dust, 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 dust. So basically what we want to see is this thing move when we press the other item. Let's drop over to this side and start doing some timing. So basically right here, 3 ticks. Okay, so it looks like this one here is going to be working proper. Let's go and try it out. This is the key right here. Hey, look at that. So now what we want to do, guys, is pretty straightforward. Let's go down here. We want to make all of these go. So it's easy. Let's go down here, extend this down. All the dust in the world right there. This guy here, all the dust, ready to party. This guy here, all the dust, ready to party. And last but not least, we're going to throw some blocks right on top. Looks to me like we're ready to party. Okay, so what I'm going to do actually now is go ahead and fill these guys in. So what we're going to do is, since the green is our circuit, let's go ahead and put this guy here. Fill this guy here. Fill this guy here. Fill this guy here. And then right here. So I'm going to have to grab another color. So what we're going to use is we're going to use green stained glass for the ends. So we got to make sure we're going to be using all this stuff. So let's get rid of this. So on the ends here, make sure you put stained glass. This is going to ensure that we don't send power to the next circuit. And while we're here, what we're going to do is go ahead and do the little bit of powering in the middle. So that said, what we're going to do is go ahead and put half slabs all the way down the center. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put them right here too. Let's back it up a little bit. Okay, so on this end here, what we're going to do is put a repeater facing this way. This is what goes to the next circuit. Over here, we're going to put repeaters facing all this way. Once you're done that, you could go ahead and put a redstone torch down all these guys and one right here. Looks good? I think so. Let's grab our green circuit blocks and finish filling this in. On the end, always use glass. And make sure we follow the pattern that this one is empty and that this bar right here is pushed out. Again, if you are not careful and don't disconnect this while you're doing it, you're going to find yourself with a lot of challenges like I did the first time. So now that we've done this, let's go ahead and fill this in. Looks good. Grab our glass and we are Christmas. Looks good to me. Every time this switches, it's going to keep on cycling. Again, we are on console edition here, guys, so you're going to experience sometime you might have a little problem with lag. This is a completely empty world. Just keep an eye on it. So now what we really want to do is kind of follow the same pattern here and basically power all of these lines exactly the same way as these ones. So let's just go ahead and follow this down. I think, you know, this is much simpler than everybody thinks. I think everybody sees like, oh, it's a clock, or they see a computer, and you know, it takes a little time, but most of the time in this video, you're going to see me just doing the same repetitive stuff. Let's go over here and do this guy. These guys on the back are going to get powered the same way with these guys on top. This will also help you. I'm lagging a little bit. No lag, it's a fresh world, dude. And this guy here. Perfect. This guy here. Nope. Because we know they're all going to be done the exact same way. So now we just jump to the back here. These ones are just one off. And we might as well go ahead and throw the redstone dust on them because we know there will be redstone dust on all of them. Perfect. Let's go up here. And then I think what we're going to do after this is we're just going to go ahead and create that power circuit to the front for every single one right now. Basically the reset button. This guy here, this guy here, this guy here. So the reset button is always going to be, basically the reset button is this line right here. And what we're going to do is pretty much draw power to it. So let's go ahead and do it. So this one's going to be right here. This one's going to be right here. This one's going to be right here. You know what? We might as well finish this redstone since we started it. I hate that. There. These guys are going to get redstone on it as well. Right here. And right here. Skipping back from one, what we're going to do is go ahead and... Oh, we don't have our sticky pistons. We'll do that after. So basically all of this power is going to go down here, go to the back, and lift up. So that's what we're going to do now since we're there. So as you can see, this kind of circuit, guess what? It's pretty easy, guys. We're going to do the same thing. Go back here and on each one of these, take this and do that. Do the same thing on this guy as well. Right here. Torch. And let's go over here and do the same thing. All of these circuits are going to have, I'm kind of doing 3 at one time just because they're exactly the same. So we're going to do this, this, this. Bring your redstone dust all the way under. right there. Do the same thing for this guy. Let's go down here and start this guy up. Perfect. So, where to now? Let's go to the top and let's start bringing our signals up. So long story short, just like on this one here, we pretty much have to bring the signal up. So we're always going to start with a half slab up on top here. Let's go here. Looks good. These two are going to be exactly the same. So this guy's good. It's good. Let's go ahead and bring it up one more. Half slab. Get rid of these guys. Then what I think we're going to do is go ahead and do one more here because this one's bigger. So we're going to have to put the half slab right there. And that's going to be our last half slab backwards. Then what we're going to do is put a block here. Grab this guy. Let's do this. There we go. We're going to put this half slab right there. See what we did? Dingo, dingo, dingo. This guy's going to go to this guy, but this guy is one low, so let's just go ahead and put him up one more. This guy goes into this guy, which is a torch. This torch goes over here and here. Once it's over here, we're going to follow the same kind of pattern and drop our power down to this guy. So grab yourself some redstone, or some half slabs nonetheless, and a 1, 2, 3, 4. Also, we're going to grab our repeaters, and don't forget to put a repeater right there on a 3-tick delay. Grab your redstone dust and bring it forward. On this one here, solid block is going to get a torch and dust all the way down. Goes up, dust goes to here, and we're good. It's looking good, guys, so far. So far, so good. This one here is going to be the exact same thing. Let's go out here. Put that guy there. Pretty much just a ladder. Again, if you guys are faster than me at these, that probably works too. Ladders up, and one more because we are on the back wall. And right there, looks good to me. So now what we could do is put this guy here, and get rid of these. Looks good to me. This guy's going to go on top because that's where the torch is going to be. And then we're going to bring some half slabs right there. Then we're going to bring some half slabs right on the top of the piston there. 4. Grab yourself a repeater. This repeater is going to go 3 ticks delay. Redstone torch right there. Dust for here, and all the way down. Looks good. Perfect. And we can do the same thing on this guy, believe it or not. We're going to need to be bringing our power around on this joint too. So let's go over here. And I think what we're going to actually do is, what we did incorrectly here is this one is just too big. So let's just bring this down. You know, you can't be perfect. In an hour-long tutorial, you make some errors. So what we're going to want here is we want our pistons to return to where they were in the first one. So let's just go ahead and put it right there. And there we go. So we want these ones to be exactly like the first one, but only 3 wide, and that just fixed our error right there. So that's good. We're going to just go ahead and throw some blocks in here for now, just to make sure that it's 4. 4. 4. 4. Perfect. So all we got to do is put our pistons facing down right here. So there you go. You know, when you're making a huge build like this, guys, you're bound to make a few mistakes. So as you can see, that's exactly how it's supposed to be. Let's go ahead and finish our 1, 2, 3. And we could just replace the work that we did right here. But it's good, you know, you catch that on the way. I think that's the way to do it. I'm going to go ahead and put our blocks back behind these guys. Put our redstone dust. right here. I have no idea why Minecraft has been lagging my brains out lately, because that's super laggy if you ask me. And there's nothing. This is a totally empty world. Yeah, you know what? I don't think one hopper with items is actually doing that. So that's pretty funny. So let's go back here and let's just reconnect this thing. So basically what you want to do, if you remember, is this guy here, redstone torch right here, repeater right here, dust right here. And now we're going to bring it up. So bring this power up like this. Looks good. We're going to do one more up like this. Just like we did on exactly like the first one there. You're going to see two, and then we go in. So get rid of this guy, get rid of this guy. Let's get rid of this and this. It's going to go up. Now what we want to do is one right there. Slab. Good. Oh, I shouldn't have busted that. Block right here. Slab right here. Slab on the piston going across to this dude. Go back up here. Repeater. 3 ticks delay. Redstone torch. Dust, dust, and dust. Once this goes here is what's going to shut it off. And there you go. So it's looking good. We've connected all of these things. We're going to start doing, I think, we're going to start working on the front side. As you can see, all the power is set. Let's head down here and get these little signals going. So basically up here, get rid of this guy. Go do the same thing for this one right here. And let's go over here and do the same thing for this guy. Let's grab some buttons. Instead of a comparator, we don't use those for a long time. Let's go ahead and place a button right there. Button right there. Button right there. And grab dust. Dust is going to go all the way back to here. Go ahead and bust this out. Look, I need those sticky pistons. We don't need buttons anymore. Put your sticky piston in the ground right here. Put a block of choice on top. And then we're going to go ahead and put a repeater right here on 2 ticks delay. We're going to do this for all these guys right here. Repeater, 2 ticks delay. Sticky piston, block of choice, dust to the button. One more time over here, and repeater, 2 ticks delay. Sticky piston, block of choice, dust. Okay, looking good. We got all those going. That's Christmas. So I think what we're going to do here is, I think we're going to just set up the AM PM area here. Might as well while we're down here, since I'm lagging like a mo. Basically, we're going to spell AM and PM. It's not very hard. It's going to be right here on the edge. So this is going to be the A, which is pretty straightforward. We want this guy to go forward. A. A. We got it. A. I'm Canadian. A. And skip a block. Bring this guy up. We're going to put one zigzag down. And then why not put this guy in the middle? That's your M right there. Get rid of this guy. Since we're here, you know, I don't, it's a little out of order, but hey, why not? AM, and then what we're going to do is skip a block up, put it forward as well, get rid of this, 4 blocks high, and a P. Just like the A, but without the bottom one. P, and then we're going to do this one as well. Let's get rid of this and do the same exact M. Almost there. this guy, and good. So we'll leave those there for now. Let's start these circuits off, guys. So as you see what we did here with the first one, we're going to start off with our green wool and start by covering all of these guys. Let's go up here. We're going to do all the circuits down the line right now, so just might as well go in a straight line here. This guy's going to be here. But always this one's going to stick out and have this one here. So then what we could do is go ahead and place our circuit under. Remember, skipping the last one there is going to be glass. So let's get rid of it. Always the last one's glass. This one here is going to lay right on top of it, just like in the first one. And then we're going to do one up. We're going to just do the center circuit like we did here for these ones, which is a little different, but not very difficult at all. So let's go over here and get set up for these guys. I really would love to know why this world is lagging. There's literally nothing in it. So, oh well, we'll keep on hunting. Get this guy going here. Fill this one up there. I wonder if it's my Elgato that does that. And again, let's get rid of these on the side, because these are going to be glass. And then last but not least, we'll fill this guy in. This one here is going to need to have glass too, guys. So let's get rid of this one as well and fill this in. Let's grab our lime green glass and just fill exactly where you put those other guys with glass. We're going to fill it up after as well, but we're just going to get in here now because it's a little bit of a pain to do it once you close up these circuits. And this guy right here. Looks good. Grab yourself your half slabs, and on these ones here, guys, we're going to do two wide, except for the last one, like this. And then on the last one, we're going to come back two this way. I'm going to do the same thing over here. Perfect. And then on the last one, we just add these two right here. And on this one here, we're going to do all of them like this. And again, we want our power to come out this way, so let's go ahead and we'll start with the repeaters because the power comes out on this end no matter what. Good. The power is going to go this way and this way on these ones, and it's going to do the same thing here as well, but we're going to want a power behind it, so this guy here, and then right down here. This guy here. And right down here. Looks good. Grab yourself your redstone torches and bring your redstone torches down the whole entire thing. I hope I didn't tick that. I thought I ticked it by accident. Do the same thing here and right here. Looks good. Grab your lime green wool. And let's go up here, and we're going to go back to the beginning and let's finish off this entire circuit. So remember, we want no spaces except for the bottom one and one space in the diagonal corner. So let's go over here and do it. Again, we're on our way, guys. I think we're about halfway there. Let's get this one. We're going to do... And don't do this top corner here. And then grab your lime or whatever stained glass you're using and make sure you cap each end. Yeah, man, looks good. Back to the lime green wool. Over here. Leave the top one in front of the pistons. And bring it down here. There. Leave that top corner there. Grab your stained glass or whatever it is. In essence, guys, you could use pretty much any block that is transparent if you really wanted to. That's because we don't want this power to go here except for on certain code. So that said, one more time. Leave that one there. Right here. Right here. And our glass. Hey, I'm liking it. I'm liking it. So now that we've done this, we should be able to, in theory, move every one of them by simply pressing that. Looks good. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. Perfect. Time to set up a little bit of a roundabout here. We're going to go to the back side. So basically what we want to do is bring our signal from each one of these to the next one right here. And we're going to want to put it into here. And yeah, let's head over here and do this one first. So long story short, we want our power to, if we choose, to come out of here. So grab yourself a half slab. Let's go and make this guy. So we're going to want this power to go here. Power to a half slab. That half slab is going to go into a block, which is going to go up here. Let's go back here. You know what? Let's just bring the power up from here in the first place. So first step is into all of these blocks right here across the line is where we're going to want one of these, a repeater on 2 ticks delay. Every time it goes over, we're going to do that. Repeater on 2 ticks delay, repeater on 2 ticks delay. Let's go over here, repeater, 2 ticks delay. And okay, and this one's going to have a similar thing. We're going to do that one different at the end. So everywhere where you have a repeater on 2 ticks delay, go ahead and sticky piston, block of choice, redstone dust back. And we'll join that after the fact. So let's just go down here and get that one done for all of these. Sticky piston, block of choice, dust back. And again, one more time over here. Sticky piston. There's water. Oh my goodness. I don't think that's actually going to affect the build very much. And let's bring that guy back too. Perfect. So let's go over here now and let's bring these signals back like I originally wanted to do at the beginning. So as you can see, this is where we kind of started it out. What we're really going to want right here is to throw a repeater. This repeater is actually going to go into a sticky piston, which you just place right there. And then that guy is going to have a... Wow, we need all of these. There's so many different ingredients. It's going to go right there. Once it goes right there, all we have to do is bring this guy up. When this guy shoots forward, we want him to hit this redstone dust. We're going to bring this redstone dust like a stairwell down to the ground. Get rid of these guys and bring the dust around. So whenever we decide to tell it to, when a solid blocks goes here, they're going to go down, they're going to come up and go to the front. Let's go over here and do the exact same thing for this guy. Started out with that right there, half slab, repeater, sticky piston, redstone block, and bring it down. Not right there, but right here. Perfect. We're gonna do the same thing that we did right there, but this one's one farther back, so it's not that bad. What we will do actually is just not go on the back side here. We'll bring it down to the front. Looks good to me. Make sure we connect our redstone dust all the way to the front here. Looks good. One more time. Slabs. Repeater. Sticky piston, redstone block. And then we're going to do the same thing we did on the first one, is bring it down like a stairwell. I'm not going to do this one yet. This one on the end, we're going to end up doing the exact same thing, but we'll mess with it later. We don't need to mess with it. So now you know, once this power goes here, it's going to hit a short pulse. This short pulse is going to go in here and give it, or if we hit this, it will also give a short pulse and just circulate. So now let's start wiring up this front. So basically, guys, what we're going to do right here is the key to success is these blocks right here are pretty much the key to success. And that is because they are going to determine what power is coming through to power the front. So what we are going to do is go ahead and put half slab right there, skipping every second one, and do the same thing all the way down. Not like a noob like me. This guy here. And on this one, we just put one right there. Perfect. So now on our way back down, what we're going to do is go ahead and put a solid block in between each and every one of these. So the one thing that I did was I did do it a little bit backwards. We're going to have to bust this line out to do this, but hey, whatevs. And then what we're going to do is we're going to want to put a half slab coming out of the bottoms of each of these blocks, but one in front basically. So you basically want this block exposed. So let's go ahead and do that as well. So we want this half slab to come out here, which we won't be able to do. Unless, I guess we could if we do it this way. Once we do one block, we'll be fine. So what we really want is for these half slabs to go in front of these blocks like this. See? Perfect. So now for this one, all we got to do is bring the half slabs right across and get rid of them in front of these guys. And then what I'm going to do is actually, I'm just going to go right down the whole entire build like this. And we're just going to cut out the ones that you don't want because it's going to be a pain. So we want the last one right here. So let's get rid of all these. And as you can see, they stay in front of those ones, stay in front of the solids. Stay in front of the solids. And stays in front of the solids. So it looks good. So what we're going to do here is let's just go bust these circuit blocks here because we're going to have to get in there. Let's just go right down the line. Perfect. So basically, now we have to go in here, grab our repeaters, and we're going to put a repeater on all of the half slabs coming out. Repeater. Okay, let's go down here, do the same thing. Repeater on all the half slabs. Next, right there. Now that we've done that, we could actually put those back, but let's go first and actually, since we're in repeater mode, we're gonna have a repeater on all of these half slabs that come out of the solids. Keep on ticking. And then what we're gonna do is go ahead and add another half slab in front of all these guys right there. Grab yourself some dust, and basically what we're doing here is putting dust right here and here on all of these open blocks here. Looking good. And then what we're going to do is let's just go in there and close up our circuits because I was trying to be a hero sandwich, but we're good. Let's close these all up, and as you can see, what's taking shape is we're deciding what gets power through here in a long and a roundabout way. Let's do this. Then let's go over here. Last but not least, and we're good. Okay, so now our goal. So our goal is to put a solid zigzag block in front of all these joints right here. So basically what you want is a block in front of each repeater. So what we're going to do is, I'm just going to do it this way. You're going to put two And then I'm going to do another layer right here. Again, we missed the end with the glass. That's fine. And then we're going to get rid of the blocks that don't have a repeater in front of it. So like this one, this one, this one. And then we're going to get rid of this one, this one. See the little checkerboard pattern? Pretty much that's the easy way to do this. So I'm just going to go ahead and go right across the line here. And we're going to get rid of this one. Once you do it, it's actually very easy. Just skip every second one. This guy and this guy. And let's do it for the last one. Again, we're going to jump on this guy at the end after. We'll do him later. Right there and there. Get rid of that one. Then you just zigzag right across. Make sure that all the ones that have repeaters shooting get blocks. Looks good. I think what we'll do is grab some redstone torches because this is going to be the numbers taking shape really soon. So let's go over here. We're going to get rid of our lime wool for now. And then go ahead and throw a torch on the middle of all these joints. Perfect. Now what we want to do is bring forward this redstone. So let's head over here. So basically what we're going to be doing now, guys, is bringing the power to the numbers, which is the funnest part. Go ahead and place a block under that torch right there, and then go ahead and place a half slab here and a half slab next to it. Once you've done that, I think we're going to go ahead and get rid of this. Once we've done this, it's actually pretty straightforward. We just have to be careful on this first one because our timer's here. So we have to be a little more diligent with regards to some of it. So what we're going to do is place a block here, grab your sticky pistons, and put them right here. And that's going to be the bottom of your last number, believe it or not. And what we're going to do is actually just do a little bit of management here. We're going to go ahead and place blocks on top of this. We're going to put a block here, but on this side, guys, we're going to put a half slab because we do not want to power this in any way. So we're going to put a half slab right there. Once we've done this, let's just go ahead and grab our repeater. Our repeater goes there. Dust goes here, 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 and here. So that looks good. Once power comes through to this guy, to this guy, to this guy, you know the drill, and bango, these guys are going to open. So let's go over here and just do the second one. The second ones are much easier, believe it or not. Actually, what we need to do over here is make sure we get rid of this block. Perfect. That's better, you know. That'll be perfect, nice and smooth, and good to go. Yep, that won't power that anyway. Okay, so let's do the same thing right here. Let's go down here. We're going to put half slab, half slab. Get rid of the block. Repeater. Into a block. This block is going to have 2 blocks. And these are going to have sticky pistons on them. Not that way, though. And we're going to put redstone dust. Looking good. Let's go over here. Last but not least, throw this dust right here, make sure. And let's go do the same thing for this guy. This half slab down here, right there. No, fail. Half slab. Really, bro? And right there. Take this guy, get rid of this, put these guys right here. Let's grab dust under this guy. Repeater right here. And dust on top. Now we're cooking with gas, guys. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is, this might take a little bit of time, but it's actually dummy proof. Let's just make the number 8 on these first ones here. So 8 is like an end portal. It's a 3x3, or it's a 3x3 hole anyway. Really? Perfect. We're gonna do this guy. It's about time to start feeling accomplished now, because wow, I never did a diagonal build before. And there we go. Grab this, skip one here, put it up, and we're gonna keep going. This guy here. That's your first number 8, and you guys know what that's gonna be, believe it or not. I think I'm gonna end up messing with this a little bit. These blocks are pushed in and you push out. Perfect. And let's go over here. They're all lined good. Make sure they're in a straight line. You don't want to, once this thing gets out of wonk, you're not gonna be a happy dude. So let's go over here and put this guy here. 1, 2, 3. Put this one right here too. But yeah, I love this part of the build because you're like, oh, it is a clock. Oh yeah. Put this one here. And we'll do it one more time. The whole face is starting to take shape, which is exciting. So many people saw I have the first version I built of this in my Let's Play world that was kind of wonked and messed up, and I just wanted to do a more clear and precise tutorial. Everybody saw it in one of my news update videos, and they're all like, oh my god, is that a clock? I never answered yet because I knew this video is probably coming out. Hopefully Friday morning. I think I'm going to put this one out, but we'll see, man. Don't quote me on that. I guess you won't be able to quote me on that, because if you're quoting me on that, you're quoting me on this video. So, funny. Get these guys done. Okay, so now you're looking good. We got 3 digits. We got the AM, PM. The only thing left is we got to work on that single digit at the end. Let's keep on moving over here. So this one here, I'm going to, you know what, let's start doing this now. You know that there's going to be 5 spaces between all of these joints right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And let's just put this 1 over here, because this is going to be only a 1 pretty much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then let's go ahead and just put 3 sticky pistons. 1 here. Skip this one. There's your 1. So now we're gonna have fun with slabs and redstone. So over here, so first things first, we powered down there. So now what we got to do is power all the rest of them. Let's go ahead and grab a redstone torch, put it right here. Redstone torch with a block on top. Not that way. With a block on top right here. This guy's going to get brought all the way up to the front. Bring them up to the front. Put these guys right here. What we're going to do is go down here. Get that guy out. Put a repeater right here. Dust, dust, dust. I think that looks sharp. Looks good. We're going to do that to all of these. Let's go over here as well. Torch right here. Block on top, right through to this guy. Block, block. Let's go down here. Get rid of this. Put a slab under it. Put it here. Nope, no delay on those repeaters. Keep on going. Put a torch right here. Block on top, right through. Let's get a block right there. slab, repeater, right through. Looks good, looks good. So now what we're going to do is let's power up a few of these other dudes. And we are going to do so pretty simply, actually. So, these guys right here, we're going to have to power. So it's actually very simple for these guys on the side as well. Just put a block right here. 3 blocks. Redstone torch. And then let's go over here. We'll just do that down to all of them right here. We'll just set it up and then we'll come back and finish them off. Right here. Redstone torch. Right there. Right there. Redstone torch. As we go, they're going to pop out. That's good. That means we're doing our job. Grab this guy right here. Redstone torch. Also over here, same thing. Redstone torch. On this side. Redstone torch. We'll worry about the one after. We're here, and what we're gonna do with this guy right here is actually do the exact same thing that we did with the others. So we're gonna do that very simply by placing a block in front of the repeater and this guy. As you can see, looks good. And then what we're going to do is we want to bring this dude to this dude, and we're going to do it in the exact same way we just did the other ones. So the one thing we're going to go back and do to the other ones is just add one simple piece of redstone dust right there. So once we throw our torch right here, you're going to see them pop. We're going to get rid of this guy. We're going to place our dust, and guess what? It's going to come back in. So now what we're going to do is just let's go back along all the ones we just did. And put this guy here, get rid of that, and dust. You're going to see as we do this, everything is going to slowly go back into place. Get rid of this guy, dust. Get rid of this guy, dust. Right there. Dust, and again, dust. Notice they're all coming in. That's good, that's good. This guy, we got one more in the end here. Let's get this guy through here too. This guy here. Dust. So now what we're going to do is we've got pretty much the whole bottom here done. So let's go ahead and bring the signal up to the very top. So we're going to start with that guy right there. And then what we want to do is bring some slabs out, 2 of them. Nope. Oh, come on, Skippy Amateur Hour. Get rid of this guy. Bring this right here. We're going to put 2 in front of each one. So what we are going to do is we want to line this guy up. So it's actually okay. We're going to take this torch, put this torch on the side of this block, go ahead, put a block on top of it, and then what we're going to do is make a fun ladder. So pretty much we just got to make a ladder going up to here. Again, not too challenging. There's going to be dust on this guy, and then we're going to be putting a slab on this guy right here, and then what we'll do is put a slab on this guy right here, and there you go. So grab your dust, bring your dust here, here, and here. Once it comes up here, it'll go on here to a repeater that goes into these dudes. And then guess what? It powers those guys. Looks good to me. So let's go over here and do the same thing. What we're going to do is grab this torch. There. block. Slab. Slab. And then we have to do it one more time with the block. Slab. Slab. Perfect. Get rid of this one. Oh, look what I did. We're going to bring it up here. Bring it up. Bring it up. That's not going to be a slab. That's actually going to be this guy right here. Dust. Repeater. Dust. Dust. Looks good. We got one more to do for this dude. Let's go over here. Same thing. Block. Slab. Block. Slab. And one more time. Block. Slab. It's going to be 2 slabs. Then it's going to go into 3 blocks. Dust. Repeater. Get rid of it. And there you go. Looking good so far, guys. We're going to do that one after over there. Now let's go over here and do the sides. We're almost there, guys. We're getting it done. First things first, to do the sides, what we're going to do is, let's go over here on the very outside, put a torch, block, torch, block, torch, block. Once we've done that, it's exactly like the bottoms almost, actually. We're going to do this, bring it around, bring a torch right there. That comes out. How are we going to stop that? You guys know how. We are going to put a slab right here, get rid of this block, and then put the dust, and that's going to shut it. And we're going to do this on both sides of all of these joints. Let's go down here. We got torch, block, torch, block, all the way to the front. Get rid of this. Put a torch right here. Half slab. Get rid of it. Dust. Shuts. So as of right now, we have finished. The 8s are ready to go. As you can see, I think I put 2. Wow. So we could just go ahead and, as we finish them here, let's cover them up. We're almost most of the way there. Looks good. And let's go over here, do the same thing. Torches go on the outside block facing in. Block, torch, block. Oh, I got dizzy there. Oh my god. I'm like, what the heck's going on? I turned around, and then block to here, blocks across, torch, half slab there, dust, closes this side, torch, block, torch, block, blocks across, get rid of this guy, throw the torch, oh, that was wrong. Don't do that. We just want dust there. Perfect. So now we could go to the front as well and fill in the 8. Looks good. Now we do this last one here. Torch on the side. block on top, torch, block, right across, torch in here, half slab under, perfect. And let's go down here. Torch. Got a block. Right there, looking good. Half slab and dust. There's the last number 8 complete. We're gonna go up here. Over here. Good. So we've also completed these guys right here. So we'll just go ahead and fill these in. So the other thing that we're going to do here is, while we're here actually, let's go ahead and just get these AMs and PMs ready. So what we're going to do is, the second one off the ground, we're going to go back one like this. We're going to bring it across the whole threshold of these guys. Then we're going to do the same thing on the top layer of those guys by doing this. We're going to do the same thing up here on the second layer. Over across, do the same thing, top one, the same thing right there, get that, bring this guy across like this. And then you're gonna grab your torches. Basically, we want to pop all these guys out. So it's actually pretty straightforward. You're gonna see those guys popped out, so we're gonna need one there. So we're also gonna need one right there. There, don't need one right there, gonna need one right there. Doesn't, right there, see, doesn't help. This guy doesn't help. That guy. So as you can see, all of the bottom two rows are done out. So let's do the same thing very simply by putting that guy there, 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 there. Let's go ahead and pop all of them out like this. We're gonna do the same thing on the top and go up here. We're gonna go to the bottom first. This guy, see, that guy's useless. This guy, that guy's useless. This guy, this guy, this guy. And I'm pretty sure, oh, there's one secret one stuck in there. Perfect. And last but not least, and we're missing one more over here and here. As you can see, they are all popped out right now. Let's just go in the back here and line these guys with redstone dust and get prepared. Also, what we have to do is get prepared to make a small timer here. So I'm just gonna grab my dropper and redstone block there. So what we want is 4 blocks away from this. On the 4th one is going to be the first part of our timer. Is 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's going to be the first part of our timer. So let's jump over here. Let's just, you know what? Let's finish this while we're on it. So long story short, this guy goes up. This guy goes up. But the first thing we have to do is actually make this guy. This guy goes up, and we got to go down here. So we're just going to make a small timer. And that said, it starts with this guy going there, dropper facing into a dropper going up. This dropper is going to go into a dropper facing, make sure you crouch place, a dropper facing us. And then we're going to grab a hopper and put a hopper facing crouch place into that guy. So now we're gonna throw one item in that guy right there. And now let's do a little bit of magic. So first things first, what we want to do is bring a signal up to this guy. So let's go ahead and we want to be able to burst it just like the olden days when we were on the other numbers. We're gonna put a repeater into him. Then we're going to go ahead and bust this guy out. Sticky piston, block of choice. That looks good. This guy is going to now be our reset button for this guy. So let's just take him to the front. When we do that, we'll get rid of that guy. Put the button right here, which we've lost long ago. I don't even know what we're going to use anymore. So this guy's going to go here. You're going to press the button. The redstone's going to go to the back. It's going to hit this guy. So now what we have to do is make sure that this is doing what we need it to do. So what we want it to do is to comparator. Again, another thing that we took out of our inventory. Comparator out of this guy. Oh, I'm too low. The comparator's coming out of that guy. He's going to go into a redstone repeater towards this guy. This guy goes there. Now we also have to have a comparator come out of this guy. That guy's going to go into a block. That's going to go into a repeater. See? So basically when you press this button, it's going to reset this. Then we go over here. This guy's going to go here. So now, how do we get our power up there? Pretty easy. So what we're going to do is start making some ladders. No. We bust that block out, and let's just fix this up, because what we really want is for this to go the other way. I kind of messed it up. So this guy goes up. This guy goes into this guy. Let's move this around. You know what? Let's just start over again. I'm going to just start over again from here. So now we're just going to redo this part right here. I had it a little bit backwards because we want our dropper up here, but I did it a little wonky. So dropper facing forward. This guy here. Dropper facing forward back to here. Dropper facing up to here. And then dropper facing forward from here. Perfect. Then crouch place a hopper into this guy. Okay, that's what we need to do there. I literally just messed up the placement of these stupid hoppers. So put one item in the dropper, and we're Christmas. Looks good. We're gonna grab a redstone dust here. Now we just pretty much got to bring our power up to these guys, which is not that hard. So first of all, we're gonna go up here. Let's go ahead and do the same thing that we did with all the other ones. Take a repeater here, sticky piston right here, redstone block, which we don't have in our inventory anymore, but we're done with droppers, thank God. This guy goes here, and then what we're gonna do is make a staircase. Once it pushes out, we want it to power this guy. This is actually pretty easy. We're just gonna go around and do this and go here, bring it down like a staircase, and then we're gonna take this. We need some redstone torches. Take our redstone torch, put it right there. Once we've done that, we're gonna grab this guy, and this guy, and we're gonna put it right into there. And then what we also gonna do here is bring something up from over here. So we have to bring some power. Whenever this turns over, we're gonna need this to turn over as well. So what we're gonna do is do that right here. Perfect. Grab yourself a half slab there. Half slab is gonna go into a block. Actually, we needed that guy. This block is going here. That half slab needs a repeater. Repeater into the block. Block is going to have dust. Dust is going to go there. We don't need these here right now. Then we're going to grab our sticky piston down into a redstone block. This block is going to hit the ground. When it does, right here, we're going to want to take it over here. And then we're going to bring it over here. right there. And we're going to want to carry it right back. Grab your redstone line. This redstone's going to go from here. So 1. Perfect. So let's go up here and start a little bit of a ladder going up. So pretty much both of these dudes is going to go into a block. So let's do this first one here. Block into a torch. Block. And then what we're going to do is we want this to go right here, but we also want it to go up. So that's actually pretty straightforward. We're just going to go ahead and grab this. And then we're also going to put another half slab under this guy. Perfect. Grab this guy out. Grab your dust. And guess what? Okay. That's looking good. That's looking good. Let's go back over here. We're going to do the same thing. Up. We're just going to go a little bit higher up. And then we're going to bring torch right here. Block. Not on there. On the top. Torch. Block. And then, you know what I think we're going to end up doing is grabbing a half slab. That's going to go up there, as well as we're going to want to put another half slab right here. Looks good. Grab this guy. You know what we're going to do is actually bring this half slab right there. And now we're cooking with gas. This should go right through. Perfect. Up. So as you can see, only one setting is set right now. Mission accomplished. That's good. Let's go over here and just fill it in. Actually, they're all done now because one's just not on. So do this. We just have to go back and finish a few little things in the back there that connect this, and we're going to be good. One more here. So there you go. So now we just got to do a little winding up in the back there. Let's head back there now. So this guy's going here. So basically what we want to do is we want to take a repeater right here. This repeater is going to go into a block. This block is going to have a torch. This torch is then going to go up to this guy. Looks good. And then on this side here, we just want to throw one more repeater. Right here, repeater and a block. So in a perfect world right now, this should switch around. Oh yeah, oh yeah. So now we have some coding left to do, and we just have to wire the top of this guy. So let's keep going. Let's just go over here and finish this guy up. We just need to power, as you can see, that's the last area we have. So I'm just going to put the blocks there and there. So how we're going to do this is exactly like the other ones. Basically put this block right here, that block right there, and we're going to do it exactly like we did these other ones here. So grab this guy, block here, torch, block, and then we're going to do the same thing we did with this guy here, get rid of this, and perfect. Go down here, grab a half slab, put it here, get rid of this, And we're Christmas. So, wow, you guys are pretty much done the redstone. So as you can see, we should be able to turn all of them with this. The only thing left to do is coding. So I've gone through it. I guess we have all of our coding rules and everything right here. I'll go over it with you guys, and I'll do a little screenshot actually right now. And I'm going to give you the ability to I'll just do a little layover or something, and it'll show you how the coding is. But I'm actually going to just walk you through every single step. Don't worry about that. If you really wanted to pause it there and learn the codes, you can. But what we're going to do right now is actually, the way that this clock works, guys, is it has a flat face. So what happens is it's literally off when it's out, and it's on when it's in. So basically we're going to fill in the whole face like this. Use the same exact blocks. Don't get creative. Just use the same exact blocks, and we're going to fill this whole face in. Basically all these digits are indented, and don't cover them. So like basically do here, 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 and then bring it up. Just make sure that all of the actual faces are indented. And I'm going to go ahead and do that for this whole thing, because that's going to make this a 4-hour video, but not really. And I'm going to go do it. You'll see what we're at it done, and we're going to be coding it in a second. And here we are, guys. I filled in the face. I did a little black border. I know for sure right now you are feeling pretty good about yourself because you are so close. So now we are going to set up our codes. It's a little complicated, but I think the difference between this and other videos is I'm just going to do the coding with you right through the steps. It is on the side here. You know what? Let me just go, and I'll do a little freeze frame for you guys right here, and I'll show the codes. However, you're not really going to need it actually. These are the codes 0, 1, 2, 0 on the top and 9 on the way down. You don't need them because you're just watching the video. So for the first one, guys, what we're going to do is we need to reset the certain codes. Basically, the power needs to go through to the next dude only on a specific number. So for the first one here, whenever we need to send power through, we're just going to put a piece of black wool where the glass is, and we're going to place our code in this line right here. So as you can see, the code is going to go from the farthest away point to this point is basically this end to that end. So on the first one, to make a 0 code, so this one here is going to be, the first one we do is 0 code, and on 0 code we need to send a signal here, right? When you go to like 1059, that's when the next one turns. So a 0 code is going to be a piece of glass with 2 solid blocks on the end of it. So what we're going to do is right there, and then this one is also going to send a signal to the next one on 0. So this one's pretty straightforward. Here, 0 sends a signal, we're good. So now that it's done that, let's just hop over to the front, and guess what? It's displaying a 0. So now let's go down here and press this button, and it's gonna make an 8. So that's perfect, back to normal. So now what we're gonna do is code in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 in that order. So number 1 is gonna be all glass except for the last 2. So let's go over here. Look at that. So now we should be able to go over here, and it should have a number 1. As it does, let's go here and press the button. Returns to number 8. Let's go over here. We're going to now code number 2 is going to be a piece of glass at the beginning and a piece of glass second from last. Piece of glass at the beginning and second from last. So glass and second from last. Let's go over here, make sure. Back down. We got the number 2. So now we're just going to go over here, reset it, and we're going to go. Let's go back here now. We're going to do the number 3. So number 3 is 2 pieces of glass to start it off. Perfect. We're going to go over here, and we got the number 3 reset. Reset. Number 4 is going to be 3 pieces of glass after the first one. So skip the first one. 1, 2, 3, number 4. Let's go over here. Reset. Oh yeah. Number 5 is going to be a piece of glass after the first one and a piece of glass on the last one. We're going to go over here. Number 5, good to go. Reset. Looks good to me. Number 6 is going to be just glass on the last one. And you need to put the glass because it's what holds the spot, right? So we're going to go over here. Should have a 6er. Good to go. Reset it. Now we're going to go to 7, which is 2 glass, 1, 2 glass. So we're going to go down here. As you can see, I'm sure you guys understand exactly what's going on right now. So we're going to have a 7 here. We're going to reset it. And the thing that is, we don't have to go back over there because number 8 is number 8. So let's press this one more time. It's just going to reset and not do anything in the front. And we're going to go put number 9. And number 9 is just glass on the second one. So we're just going to go right here. And we got the number 9. So now, guys, what you're going to see is happening here is when we press this, it's going to be 0. It's going to trigger the one next to it to flow. It's 0. And now you can see is 1, 2, 3. And you know what? We'll just leave it from there. Let's go back here. So on the second one, guys, the second digit only ever goes as high as 5, right? Because it goes 59. So what's going to happen is we're going to trigger the solid to flip over on 0, but we're going to do 0 twice. So basically, let's go over here. So first things first, we're going to do 0 first. So 0 is going to trigger this block. Shoots, good. Starts the next one. We're going to do 0, which is 2 spaces at the end. And we're going to go and we're going to reset it again. And we got 0. Press the button. Now we go over here and we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1 is all of them except for the last 2. This is going to be 1. We always have to go around and reset it anyway, guys. So again, work with me. I think it's really, I appreciate going through this with you because I was super confused on other people's builds of this. So 1, now we got to do 2. It's going to be the second last one and the first one. And now we go over here. Perfect. Let's go around here, reset. Sorry for yelling there. I was just yipping off. So we got a reset. That was 2. Now we got to do 3, which is just the first 2 glass. 3, reset it. 4 is the 3 after the first one. We got a 4 there now. Reset. And now we're going to do 5. 5 is going to be the last one that we do until we switch back to 0. So it's going to be the second one and the last one glass. It's going to be 5. And then we're going to go over here. Looks like a 5. So now when we switch this guy over, we want this to go to 0 because 6 is unnecessary in this part of the clock. So let's go over here. We're going to grab our black wool again because 0 and 0 are the 2 that we're going to flip over to this guy, right? So let's go back over here on this 0, replace this block right here, and do 0 over again, which is just going to be 2 away from the end, 0. Once we do that, we're going to go over here. We got a 0, press the button. And now we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over again. All of them except for the last 2. Oh, pro Minecrafter right there. Look at that. We got the number 1. Let's go back to the number 2. So number 2 is going to be second last one, first one. Perfect. Now let's go do 3. Three is going to be the first 2 glass. And now we're going to do 4 is 3 glass after the first one. Looks good to me. Number 4. And then the last one we're going to do is this is number 5. Let's go do number 5 one more time. And number 5, of course, is going to be 1 after the first one and the last one. Now, the thing you're going to notice here as well is that if we did it right, which we did, the next time we cycle this is going to trigger the next one. So we don't have to do that again, because what's going to happen as soon as we press this button, guys. Oh, see what happens? This is something you're going to notice, guys. This is lag. This is, don't even worry. I'm not even going to fix it. Once I reset it, it will set itself up right. We're just going to go make sure we did the exact right number 5, which we did, which is going to be the last one and the second one. So we are on console edition number 5. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the last one and the second one. Oh, I did mess up. Look at that. Perfect. So see, you can mess. The one thing I will warn you guys about right now is, man, I've noticed on my other one that there is a small problem in console edition that sometimes the lag is real. And if the lag is real, sometimes the sticky pistons will literally let go of these guys. So don't worry about it. I totally made a mistake. I'm glad I checked it first and didn't just bypass it. So number 5 was my error. Number 5 is going to be a solid one, then a glass. And I did a glass at the beginning. So there we go. And there you go. So it's on me. I earned it, but number 5. So now when we press this, guys, you're going to notice, again, you won't notice here because we're not done that one yet, but this one here is going to actually just go back over to the beginning again. 0. And then if you do this all day, 1, 2, and we'll just leave it where it is for now because it doesn't matter. So we're going to do the third one. This one's pretty funny, actually. It's exactly like the one before it, except we have to set different triggers. That said, this one's going to trigger twice. So as you got to kind of think of it logically when looking at it. It's this one here is only going to ever be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But this one is only going to be 1 and 2. So basically, whenever this one gets to the number 0, we're going to have to add this. So when number 10 goes to 11, it's going to have to turn over. Also, whenever it goes to number 1, it's going to have to join over. So basically, I'll show you. We're going to start with the first one. And the first one's going to be 0. And then we're going to trigger it again on the number 1. So first we do 0, 1, 2. Let's go over here with our trusty glass. So first on the 0, we're going to power it. And we're going to do a 0. Which is, as we can see, 2 on the end. So that's a 0. Go over here, reset. Perfect. Go over here. Now we're going to do a 1, which is all of them but the last ones. Oh, almost pro styles. I tried. This is going to be 1 right here. And then we're going to reset. And then we're going to go over here. And now we're going to do 2, which is pretty straightforward. It's the second last one and the first one. So we're going to have a 2 here. So now when we reset this one, there's never going to be a 3 here with that one, right? So basically, we're going to go do 1. So we got 0, 1, 2, and then we're going back to 1. So basically, we're also going to make this one a solid because it's 1. Anytime it goes over, we got to switch it over. So this one here is going to also trigger. We're going to go over here and make this a 1, which is all glass except for the last 2, as we can see by our little thing there. So I'm not going to try to be a hero. So that's going to be a 1. A 1 that triggers as well. So let's go over here. 1. Reset. And then guess what? We're going back over here and we're going to do 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So let's go over here. That was 1. 2 is going to be the first one and the second last one. Reset. We're going to go do 3, which is going to be the first 2. Reset. Let's go over here and do 3, which is the first 2. Oh, I already did that one. That's what we were on. So we got right here is 1, 2, 3. Now we're going to do 4, which is the 3 glass after the first one. Let's go over here, check it out. 4. Reset. Let's go do 5. 5 is going to be the second one and the last one. This is the one we messed up on the first one. Let's go make the 5. Done. Reset. Perfect. Now we're going to do a 6, which is just the last one. Go over here. 6 is good. Reset it. Let's go to 7, which is 2 glass, solid 2 glass. Let's go over here. We got our 7. We don't need to do nothing to 8, remember? So 8 is fine. Leave it like that. Hit this again. And let's go make that one a 9. And then we're done with this one here. So number 9, as you can see, is just glass on the second one. And if you look down here, you'll be able to see the fact that the next one is already got stuff done to it. So that means that that's a 9. We got the 2 triggers on the ones that we wanted to. Let's go over here. So now ultimately this will turn over when we press this button to a 0. And there we go. So now all we got to do here is, this one's a lot different, is all we got to do is make sure that this thing turns over completely every time the other one turns over. So what we're going to do is take this guy right here, solid, and make him solid. Perfect. And now we're going to go here and make glass all glass. And then we're going to make it solid. And then we're going to make it all glass. And notice what I'm doing here is we're just making a straight pattern, straight, solid, glass, solid, glass. This one here should be solid. Perfect, because anytime it turns over, it's just going to go to 1 or not. So what we can also do is, this is just the one time you have to get a little messy in the build. Glass, solid, glass, solid, glass, solid, glass. And as you can see, we completely alternate. I'm just going to go to the other side here and put solid on that guy, because that would have been a bad mistake actually. So, and there you can see. And this guy here is going to be solid. You have to make sure that these out ones basically skip one by one by one by one. So it looks good to me. We got solid, we got glass, we got solid, we got glass, because it only ever flips to one or not one, right? That's pretty much how that one works. So as we go over here, you're going to see pretty much this button now controls. It's either on or it's off. So this isn't a real time, so you're going to see 1, and there you go. So it's 11. So now what we do is this won't switch time until 12, and then guess what happens? 12 switches the one on the other side. So now when you press this button here, guess what? The one's going to disappear. I just have to fix one thing right there. Let's go over here. This is what we did, because we mixed it up by doing this. Okay, so now when you set your time, so let's say right now I'm going to say 5:12 p.m. So this guy here you set first. Because as you go around and you go to the top one, it's going to turn this one, and you don't want to go backwards. So it's, say, 5:12 p.m. is what we're going to do. That one turned the next one. We're going to put one more. So 5:12. So now we hit this one, 2 more. 1 more. Oh, I hit the wrong one. That's okay. We're just going to go around and go to 1. It's going to turn this guy to 5. Perfect. 5:12, and then let's make it PM. 5:12 p.m. So we're going to go turn this on, because if you guys remember correctly, we removed the torch before we started this whole hullabaloo, so this thing wouldn't get in our way. It's still going. As you can see, our hopper timer still has items going. So all we got to do to start this guy is put this torch right here. It's going to change one of the minutes. That's fine. We're going to turn, it's only 1 minute ahead. We're going to turn it on. And there you go, guys. That's a 100% working digital clock. You are ready to go. I hope you really enjoyed this video. I think it's pretty awesome. It's really a super sign of like uber respect in your world for sure. People that come into my world all the time are like, holy cow, that's so nuts. And man, you can't really ask for much more. This is pretty much one of the go-tos. I don't know, man, you know, I'm thinking I might go for maybe a computer or a calculator next, you know. I was feeling a little bit rowdy, and I was like, I already did this tutorial, no joke. The first version was twice as long, and I was like, you know what? I really want to go into this. As you can see, it's now 5:14, and it's going to go every minute, and it's going to turn over the next one every single time all the way down. When this one here gets to 9, it's going to flick it over, and it's going to be a 10. So as you can see, there you go. Don't forget, guys, to share this video on social media. Show your friends you know how to make a digital clock in Minecraft. Don't forget as well to smash that like, or really share some wicked pictures of your builds on my PSN community, Skippy6 Gaming, or on my Twitter. That's where I love to see that sort of thing. And you know what? Love it. Keep an eye out, because something else epic. You know, if you guys have something epic ready, just throw it in the comments, because I'm really looking for these huge builds. And thanks a lot for tuning in, and I'll catch you on the next one.